Ugh. Got loads of thorns and leaves in my mouth from that rose. Ugh. Hello there, assassins. Welcome back to another Wheelassassin guide. Here we are with a tutorial that has been on the way for quite literally almost 3 years now. And I just want to say I'm so sorry to the subscriber who requested me to build this one. It has been in the works and been on my channel, on my world even, for these 3 years. Like literally since you requested it. But I've only just managed to get around to filming it, and I thought Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, so we need to get this one done for sure this year. Make sure we do it. So without further ado, we have ourselves the Care Bear Love-A-Lot. Now, the subscriber who requested this one, unfortunately, I don't remember who it was because I wrote it down, and obviously over time that list just kind of vanished. So sadly, I don't know who requested this one, but I really hope you like the build, and thank you so much for your request. I'm so sorry it's taken so long to get here. So yeah, we have ourselves Love-A-Lot just here, the first ever Care Bear I've built in Minecraft, and I must say it was really fun to get done. It was a hard one. I had to kind of build the face first, then also the heart design on the chest there, and then sort of try and match the two together with a body. Not my proudest work, I'd say, but I think it came out not too bad. I'm quite happy with it, all in all, really. Yeah, we're going to get started today and go ahead and build Love-A-Lot just in time for the awesome Valentine's Day. Let's get some materials and get started. Well, okay then, to get started, if you want to go ahead and make a little grid that you're going to build your Care Bear in, it is 21 blocks along the corridor, so this way. So technically in width, and then the depth goes up by 12 blocks. So you don't have to mark out an entire grid, but just to give you an estimate of where you're going to build your Care Bear, maybe that's going to be helpful. If we go ahead and take ourselves some pink wool, some pink concrete, some white wool, some yellow wool, and some red concrete, we can go ahead and start with the body. We're going to need to take our pink wool firstly. I want to come down to my original one and sort of build it in line with this one, mostly so I don't get confused. I'm going to stick myself 2 blocks just here. No, you know what? We'll go 3. We'll do 3 blocks up, like so. Now from this point, we can go next to it to the right, and I'm going to build 4, like so. Here, I'm going to build 1 pink concrete and 2 pink wool below, with 1 to the right, down here. I'll build 3 more pink concretes here. I'll build 3 from the ground up, so stopping just before that one. And then I'll go back to doing the 3 kind of raised 1 block from the ground. And then I'll do 1 final one over here. As you can see, we have ourselves 1 nice pink concrete heart just here. That is our first kind of foot for our Care Bear. We will take ourselves another 3 pink wool, going in a corner shape like so. And behind this we'll take 1, 2, 3, and actually 4 just here. Now in this gap of 3, we're going to go 5 blocks up for all 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the same here, just like so. Now further back from this 2, we're going to start here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. The reason we leave a 4 block gap is so we can go ahead and build ourselves in, 3 block gap, is so we can go ahead and build our hearts in here with a middle block. Now if we weren't to have this middle block, we would end up having a very odd looking heart, so we need to leave 3 blocks. Very important. Glad I checked that. Right, let's go for 2 more blocks here, and we're going to duplicate this foot over here. So 2 layers, back one goes up for 2 more, then we do the 3 lots of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 5, once more for 4, down here for 2 again, then we build this one into the corner, so adding 1 there and 1 here, and then we'll want to go ahead and do our pink concrete heart. Just like so. Quite relaxing to do these, to be honest. Looks quite nice too. You can take a pink wool in between each of these like so, just so it doesn't look as sharp. We don't want it to look a sharp sort of bear. We're trying to make a nice bear, not a horror bear. Let's go around the corner here and add in 3 as well, just like so. It's strange because in the inside here, we make the feet look a lot bigger than they are, whereas on the sides it all looks connected and kind of flush to the bear. But yeah, here there's a bit more depth to the whole thing. So make sure to leave the 2 blocks empty here and go the one behind that one. Wonderful. Now behind these 3s, we can build up to 4 on both sides. Just like so. Okay, so now going into the inside, if we come onto this one here, we want to go ahead and build this one up quite a way. We are going to go ahead and quickly count this before we start. So now here, we must be extremely careful. Now of course we don't have ourselves a new ground. This would be our new ground just here, beyond these blocks here. So we still have these to counter for as well. So in that case, we would need to add in 10 if this was our new ground, but as we don't have that, we're going to go straight from the ground here, the actual grass ground, and we're going to build to 14 blocks in height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. We do the exact same in this gap down here. Up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And if I show you, we can run across to this one just here. And that one should be, it is, in line with our new lot, just here. Wonderful. Good stuff, guys. Okay then, so if we go on to the 2 blocks here at the top of our 14, we can then build beyond this for 1 block by adding in a second. Sorry, a new block on both sides to make it 3, like this. Looking good, then we'll go up again and we'll do another 3. So literally just up, kind of in a jagged sort of edge there, like this. As you can see, we're kind of making an arch around this sunset, which is very beautiful. It's not what we're going for, but it looks good at the moment. So now we can actually take ourselves blocks from here, going right the way across to the other side just here. That should amount to 7. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome, because that was a guess. I was looking at it, it could either be 9 or 7, but yeah, 7 because we have this nose at 5. And of course we need a middle block up here for that nose. Looking very good, guys. Well done. Now the fun part. We can take ourselves the white wool and we're going to fill in this entire sort of section here. If you'd like to take your pink wool just to match up the sides here behind our feet, feel free. Now you have a bit of a wonky sort of rectangle that needs filling with white wool. So build this fully with your white wool from the bottom up to the top pink wool. So basically fill in this entire 2D shape up to here with your white wool. Let's get this done. And so now, as you can see, we have ourselves a blank canvas ready for some hearts. We want to take ourselves yellow wool firstly. We're going to mark out the smaller, well, kind of smaller looking heart down here. We're going to come to the right foot. So if we're facing kind of face to face with a Care Bear, the right foot is of course this one. We want to go 1, 2 in this gap, 1, 2, and on 3, we place ourselves a yellow wool just here. Drop down diagonally just here, place 1. Go up diagonally to the left and place 1, and again place 1. So you have 3, 1, 2, and 3 up here. Now on this side, starting number 1 here again, we're going to go for 3 again, so here. But then on this right side, before we actually reach the pink wool over here, and the white wool sort of border, we're going to go 2 straight up. Just like so. Then we come back in on ourselves for 1, and then our top one up here. Now drop back down diagonally for 1 as well, and then we can start our red heart over here. We will take 2 blocks down from this one, then in this gap we'll build 4, then in the gap here we'll build 4 but going down 1, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then we'll go in here for 4 again, but going back up for 1, and finally 2 on this side, like so. Again, you should be 1 block before the edge of our Care Bear here. Now here we get to be a little bit lazy, because we have covered up kind of half of our yellow heart here with our red heart. And so we only need to fill in this white wool section in amongst our yellow wool with our pink concrete. You could of course use any type of concrete in here, but as we're sticking to the Care Bear sort of colours, we want to go for pinks and reds only. And whites of course. And yellows. Almost missed one. There we go. Good stuff. Okay, so we can now come on to doing the arms. They are a little bit of a tricky section, so if you do get stuck, of course feel free to pause the video and ask me any comments you may have. Comments you may have? Questions you may have even in the comments below. Modelled up. Right then, so let's go to where our white wool starts to go inwards, which is here. We want to come to this one and start a new row going downwards until we leave a gap of 2 between this one and that one down there for the foot. So we bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks down just here. The exact same goes on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks here, leaving that 2 block gap just there. Wonderful. Now beyond this point, you can actually build yourselves 1 block in here, and then bring this one down for 2, and then double this up as well. Just like so. Over here as well, 1 block here, down for 2, and then an extra 3 on the end there as well. Like so. Now of course that looks a little bit strange, so we need to go ahead and make this a little bit bulkier again. So we'll do ourselves another row, and stopping before you reach this block up here. So the one below. 1, 2, 3, 4, stopping the one below. Like so. Perfect. What is kind of amusing about our Care Bear is we actually do build the arms the same as we do the cheeks. So as you can see, the arm looks pretty similar to the cheek. So we need to go ahead and build this 3 block gap backwards for 6 in total. So number 1 is here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Build all 3 layers like this, and then go to the other side and do the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the same for these 3. Like so. Cool. Now we can come into the middle, and we should have ourselves 4 blocks in the center. We can build up both of these the exact same because they are nice and symmetrical. Very helpful. And we'll build this 4 going up to this one just here. So literally upwards for 4 as well. Like so. 4 in total. Here 2. Like so. And then we start to do our little design to make it look like a shoulder. In this gap we build 1, 2. And here 2. 1, 2. Then we go ahead and build the gap going backwards for the whole 4. Then we go ahead and build this part of the 4 up for 3. Let me show you a little slower on the other side. So this bit comes back for the rest. And then this bit of the 4, so the exterior of the arm, we build the back 3 up, like so. Remember to do it the opposite way around on both sides, so you can have that sort of flow as if it's becoming a 3D shape, really. We don't want a 2D Care Bear, we're not trying to do pixel art today. Alright, let's go for another 3 up here. And 3 this side too. And now of course we need to add in ourselves 4 behind to fill the gap. Here as well. And then what's cool about this section is we can continue the 4 right the way along without knocking anything through. So like this. It should look like this. Very big and bulky shoulders. But the Care Bear is of course quite cuddly, so you've got to make sure to give it enough stuffing. Alright then. Further on from this we go 1, 2, 3, 4 here and build the 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Building the 4 up for the shoulder. Like this. And then we have one more little gap to fill before reaching our sort of neck area. So we need to do another 4. And again 4 up. 4 and 4 up. Just like so. Now here is where we do the trickiest part of moulding our Care Bear into an entirely 3D shape. So making it a whole shape. We need to come down to the arms where we have the 2 block gaps. And we don't want these to be doorways kind of through her arms. So we're going to go for 1, 2, 3 blocks kind of blocking the gap behind. But again, still leaving the depth here. So we have a bit of a shadow on the inside. Perfect. Now if we come around to the back here, we're going to make sure that the arms are going into a sort of formation again. So a nice shape here. So if we start with this one, just over here, this will be better. We're going to drop down to the bottom where we have our 3. We'll come behind this and build this one upwards. Just to the gap here. So there. Before it reaches these ones up here. So this first 3. Like so. Now we want to go ahead and build exact the same here. Behind. Coming right down to here. And we build this one forward. So basically out of the back. For one lot as well. Let me show you a little slower on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and build from behind this 3. Upwards before reaching the first lot of 3. Tearing up into the shoulder. And we want to build this going back another one. So behind it for 1. Like that. And then we go for 1 here. Coming straight out the back. Like that. So we have a bit of a corner on the top here. Of course that's not going to stay. But we need it to look like that at the moment. Awesome. Coming back around to this one. We have this shape going for us at the moment. We're going to drop down into the space here. So besides this one. And on the ground, we're going to build this one up. And it's going to be in line, stopping there, just next to this one here. Same over here. So remember, drop down to the floor, right the way up until you reach the gap there. Just under and before the second to the last one up here. Kind of last jump. Like that. Now we're going to knock out the bottom blocks, the ones that are connected to the ground. And when we come back up here, we want to go ahead and connect kind of the edge of this this whole section too. To do this, you need to connect another 2 blocks here. Same on this side. 1, 2, like so. 1 block here, and of course 1 block on the back. 1 block, oops, 1 block here, and 1 block on the back. You can fill that one if you wish. That's not going to make too much trouble. Same with this one here, just make it all look a little nicer. There we are. Good stuff. That is the hard one. We can kind of finish even what we started. We bring 3 blocks down from the underside of there, so that underside of the corner, like so. And then coming right back around to this side, we can go from the ground for these 4 and building until we complete this gap, basically just here. You can actually just fill in that little space there. We don't need to see that from the outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to come up to this one. Fill in this gap under the arm, and then fill under the arm like that. So it's all nice and squared away now. No one will know anything about the inside, even though it's fully hollow. And it looks like we built some type of bean. Is there a bean Care Bear? I don't think so. Maybe like a coffee bean. That would be the one that suits me. Let's go for 1 block here and 1 block here. So again, keeping the depth going by kind of sliding the underside of our Care Bear into a seated sort of position. And now we come on to the big sort of row around the corner here. Now this one is going to be similar to what we've done before. So we need to have ourselves the flow going around the corner. We have number 1, 2, and there's going to be a 3rd one that goes here. So we can start this one temporarily on the ground, here and here. But this one, that was my chair by the way, just to clarify. This one goes up and it stops before the one before it, if that makes sense. It stops 1 block before the one before it. So it stops here. Same again. Just to there. Knock out the block on the ground and fill in the block behind it. Like so. So from now on, every block we place can actually just stick to the floor. So we're going to go ahead and build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks along to this side over here. So it diagonally connects on the floor just here. And then we can build this entire shape going a block over this one just here before it. And then we'll connect into a big rectangle like this. And we'll fill this together. So if you guys want to go ahead and fill this rectangle in now, this 2D rectangle, in with entirely pink wool, you can go from top to bottom or bottom to top, whichever way you do it. Let's get it all filled in. And well, there we are. That looks awesome. You can see how much nicer this looks now. It's starting to look like a real bear. Good stuff. Now let's go ahead and bend this corner in and this one over here in, just like so. Now we should have ourselves a gap, kind of a 2 here, which we do. And then this one also needs to be 2, which at the moment is looking good. If we go ahead and build this one up as well for 1 on both sides, then we can stretch this right the way across to here, and then build this one up and this one up around the corner. So similar to what we did for the front side. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can now go ahead and finish our Loverlock Care Bear. We need to grab ourselves some white concrete powder and some black concrete powder and get started. Alright then, so we will start with our face, just so it's the easiest part to get done, and then sort of work around the side to the back to complete. So we'll come into the 7 block gap we have down here, and we're going to build 7 out, just like so. Up here we're going to start a new row, and this should be of 9, just like so. Good stuff. Now we need to do another row from here, so we're going out again, and you can bring this one right the way across the other side, like this, and this I believe should be 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Phew. And then we're going to build this one up to 3 layers in height. So we have number 1, 2, and 3. And of course, go ahead and double this up. And remember guys, the sides are going to be exactly the same as each other. So symmetry is very, very important. So there we go, like so. Now you can come around to the back layer and build the 3 out here and 1 block down here. So 1 block down here and 3 up there, like so. Nice one. Now we have a very, very big sort of mouth area. So we're going to fill this up with our nice sort of snout for our bear. Is it a snout on a bear? I think so. We will go to here. So 2 blocks in on this first sort of jump up. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stopping 2 blocks from the end. Another layer of 5, 2 blocks here, miss 1, and do another 2 blocks here. Fill the middle in with red concrete, just like so. And now our Care Bear has a nose. Now if we come up to this layer up here, on top of the pink wall, we can start with our white concrete powder. White concrete going in line with where our white wool is. So here on the pink wall, go 1, 2, and let's go 3 along like so. Up this side, build up for 2. Go back down to here, leave this block empty, and go the other side and build 3. Then up for 2 on the left side, so make sure the eyes are opposite way around. Kind of looks like you're building very, very long L's on both sides like this. Cool. Now we need to go ahead and fill this in with 4 blocks of black concrete, then 2 blocks of white over the black concrete like so. And then for little eyelashes, we'll do ourselves black concrete here, 1 down, and the other side the same, 1 and 2, like so. I've got to say, Assassins, you are doing an awesome job. This is looking really, really good. If we take ourselves the pink wall again, we will go in here, and we'll build 2 blocks past the eyes, 1 and 2, like so. Here, add in 2 under each eyelash, and now go to the one behind it diagonally, and build up for 3, I want to say? Yeah, 3. Just here and here. And now the one in on both sides, so the one behind the eyelash, goes up for 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, and 5, like this. Now behind the 5, you can build 1 and 1, 1 and 1, so it kind of goes up as if it's going into the top of the head. And now over the eyes, we'll build 3 here, 3 this side, 2 up here, and 2 here, like so. And that concludes the front and the forehead of our Care Bear. In here, adding yourself a nice 2-sided kind of block row, connecting both sides like so. And our Care Bear has a very flat sort of head, so we can add in a little hair, and then of course the 2 ears as well. It's very important to get the curve done firstly, because it makes it a lot easier from here on out. If we go for 2 more blocks coming down here, and the same over here, again that continues the curve again, and it just looks awesome. Wicked. Don't need to curve in the bottom 2 things because they're of course the cheeks. We need to keep them nice and cheeky. So around the side, let's go ahead and sort this out. So over here, where we have 3, we can then build ourselves 4 coming down here, and we'll bring this along to match the shoulder, so ending here. Build all this up and do the exact same on the opposite side. So here, build your 3 and then 4 down, and along to the edge of the shoulder here. Up again, and to here, like so. In here, add in yourself 4 and 4 out. Here, 4 and 4 out. And then go ahead and go on the very back. We need to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and down here an entire row of this. So this one is 7, and this next one will be 9, like so. This 9 continues again for 4 lots, 2, 3, and 4, matching the cheeks. And then it goes in here for 7 again instead of 9. And this one goes up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th one just here. The very top one will of course be 5 blocks. And this you can literally just connect to the front there by doing this kind of strange design like I'm doing now. That just helps you know that this is not going any further than this is already. Here you can bring this one back and stopping just before. Same on this side. Over here you can bring this one back and stop just before this one. Same here, like so. And then these 2 here, you can bring this entire sort of wall, if you want to call it, coming right back until you reach the corner down here, this one here, like so. Same over here. It's kind of cool, this build, because it really is like a pyramid sort of design. It kind of flows up, so you start from the very sort of like wide bottom, not a pun intended, and then you sort of start to like sort of flatten it in a little bit, so squish it in a little bit. It's pretty cool. Now if we come up to the gap up here, we can bring this one right the way up to the gap there. Same over here. This one right the way up to the gap here. Do let me know if you guys decide to build a house on the inside of here. I would love to hear that. I'm sure you could, and it would be really, really big. It'd be like a massive mansion in here. Care Bear themed mansion. Would love to see that. Now if we have ourselves 5 blocks here, which we do, and the same on the opposite side, we of course want to add in 2 ears. Add in a block on the very top of these, then build 4 pink concretes coming off either side of it, and then just go ahead and surround the concrete with pink wool. 2, 2, and 1, like so. Brilliant. There's one final detail we need to do, and that is of course the hair. All you need for this one is some pink concrete, and we will go ahead, come between the ears. We want to build 1 block from the ear, so here and here. Connect these 2, build up 3. Then you're going to go ahead and build this one over here, upwards for 2, and 3, and then over for 1. Then we're going to go 2 blocks down here, like so. We're going to build this one, going across for 2, so forward for 2. 1 block here before reaching the front. 2 blocks down this side, like so. 1 block here, 2 blocks here, 1 block here, and 1 block diagonally from this one here, like so. If you want to keep yourself a nice like gap going, feel free to do that, or you can add in yourself a, well, you can kind of do a few things here. You can either leave it like so, or just add in a block there. Whatever you want to do, that is absolutely fine. And there we have ourselves Love-A-Lot the Care Bear built in Minecraft. Well, thank you very, very much for watching this Wheelassassin guide, everyone. Really do appreciate you all. And I wish you the very best of Valentine's Days. I would love to hear who you've built this for in the comments down below. Maybe it's for your parents, your partner, or even yourself, and I respect that. That is awesome. But yeah, let me know. I'd love to hear. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, please be sure to drop a like on it. That would be awesome. That would be lovely. Good pun. And if you are new around here, thank you very much for checking out my tutorial. I know it's a little bit cringy, but that is what we're about here. Just cheese and fun. Nah, not all tutorials are like this. But if you are interested in staying tuned for future videos and tutorials, please consider joining the Assassin Hood today for free by subscribing. That would be awesome. We'd be lucky to have you. And finally, if you're on social media, so am I, you can tag me with your builds over on @Wheelassassin Guides on Instagram, TikTok, and many other places too. So please be sure to check out those in the description below. Until the very next time, guys, have an excellent rest of your day, stay safe, take care, and I will see you very shortly for another Wheelassassin guide. Goodbye for now.